People-pleasing is a behavior rooted in the desire for external validation, approval, and acceptance. It often stems from a deep-seated fear of rejection, conflict, or the disapproval of others. While it might seem harmless on the surface, people-pleasing can lead to a loss of self-identity, burnout, and a constant state of anxiety. The need to please everyone else can overshadow your own values, needs, and well-being. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who sought to cultivate virtue, wisdom, and inner tranquility, offer profound insights into overcoming this tendency. Their teachings emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within our control, living in accordance with our own values, and detaching from the opinions and judgments of others. By embracing Stoic principles, you can learn to stop being a people-pleaser and start living a life that is true to yourself. 1. Understanding the problem, the trap of external validation. At the heart of people-pleasing is the desire for external validation. When you prioritize others' opinions and seek their approval, you relinquish control over your own life. The Stoics believed that this focus on externals, things outside of our control, leads to unnecessary suffering and emotional turmoil. They taught that true happiness and tranquility come from within, not from the fleeting approval of others. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. He famously stated, "Some things are up to us and some things are not. Our opinions are up to us, and our impulses, desires, aversions, in short, whatever is our own doing." People-pleasing falls into the category of things that are not up to us because it is ultimately rooted in the opinions and reactions of others, things we cannot control. The first step in overcoming people-pleasing is recognizing that seeking external validation is futile and counterproductive to your well-being. 2. Reclaiming your power, focusing on what you can control. The Stoics believed that we should focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses. Instead of being driven by the need to please others, focus on aligning your actions with your own values and principles. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe in? What are my core values? How do I want to live my life? Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic philosopher, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you shift your focus from external validation to internal values, you reclaim your power. You are no longer a slave to the opinions of others, but a master of your own actions. This does not mean becoming indifferent to others or disregarding their feelings. Rather, it means making decisions based on your own principles and values, rather than out of fear of disapproval. 3. Practicing assertiveness, saying no with confidence. One of the key challenges for people-pleasers is the inability to say no. The fear of disappointing others often leads to overcommitment and the neglect of personal needs. The Stoics taught the importance of setting boundaries and being assertive in your interactions. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, wrote about the importance of self-discipline and the need to guard your time and energy. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. When you say yes to every request, you are, in essence, wasting your most valuable resources, time and energy, on things that may not align with your values or priorities. Practicing assertiveness means learning to say no when necessary, without guilt or fear. It means recognizing that you cannot please everyone and that your own well-being is just as important as the needs of others. Start by practicing small acts of assertiveness. When faced with a request that does not align with your values or priorities, politely but firmly decline. Remember that saying no to one thing often means saying yes to something more important, your own well-being and peace of mind. 4. Detaching from the opinions of others. The Stoics taught that we should be indifferent to the opinions of others. This does not mean becoming callous or unfeeling, but rather recognizing that the judgments of others are beyond our control and should not dictate our actions or self-worth. Epictetus emphasized that our worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by our own virtuous actions. If you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity. If you need a witness, be your own. When you detach from the opinions of others, you free yourself from the need to constantly seek approval. Instead, you become your own witness. judging your actions by your own standards and values. This detachment allows you to act with integrity and authenticity, rather than out of fear or a desire to please. 5. Embracing the wisdom of indifference. The Stoics believed in the concept of apatheia, often translated as equanimity or indifference. This state of mind involves maintaining inner peace and emotional stability regardless of external circumstances. For people pleasers, embracing apatheia means cultivating an attitude of calm indifference towards the approval or disapproval of others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. By choosing not to be harmed by the opinions of others, you protect your inner tranquility. You recognize that their judgments are merely reflections of their own beliefs and not a measure of your worth. This wisdom of indifference allows you to navigate social interactions with confidence and self-assurance, free from the need to please. In conclusion, overcoming the habit of people-pleasing is not about becoming selfish or uncaring. It is about reclaiming your power, focusing on what is within your control, and living in accordance with your own values. By embracing Stoic principles, you can learn to detach from the opinions of others, practice assertiveness, and cultivate a sense of inner peace and self-worth. Remember that your worth is not determined by the approval of others, but by your own virtuous actions and the alignment of your life with your values. By stopping the cycle of people-pleasing, you free yourself to live authentically, with integrity, and in harmony with the Stoic ideal of a life well lived.